Every single time a new man enters into a woman, she becomes less emotionally available. The term hoe phase might come off as a strong phrase for some people, but it describes a period of many modern women's lives. And unfortunately, it relates to a very real reality about dating and relationships today. The majority of girls grow up and are thrown into a world that values them for their beauty and sexuality without them having to actually put in any effort. This causes an inflated sense of self and places an extreme importance on the need of being wanted and desired. So women start leading with their sexual alter ego. They start equating their value to their sexual desirability. Just a few decades ago, girls would use their innate maternal and wifely skills when getting a quality man to commit to them. But now that all standards on social conduct have completely come off and sleeping around is more socially acceptable than ever before, a lot of women have fell into the trap of self-gratification and impulsive pleasure with complete disregard for its consequences later on in life. Sleeping around for women in their youth is way too easy, and it's hard to respect something that comes too easy. Even from a biological and evolutionary standpoint, a life of sexual escapades with multiple men without any kind of emotional involvement is the antithesis of the female mating strategy. In other words, a woman sleeping around goes against natural law. Scarcity creates value, and girls are depleting their value by making themselves too easily available to men. They don't realize what's waiting for them at the end of an exciting 10 years or so. They're met with a ruined reputation and a slaughtered self-image. All of their encounters with men has led them to believe that all men want is one thing and that all men are the same, because her perception of men is now extremely skewed. For men who are looking for a woman to date or marry, understand that if her past is a trail of failed relationships and one-night stands, it's safe to draw a few inferences about whether or not she's really even worth your time. Women bond with the man they sleep with, and they develop an emotional connection, which is absolutely necessary from an evolutionary perspective. But this ability to bond stops coming into fruition when she repeatedly treats sex as nothing more than a physical need to fulfill, with absolutely no emotions involved. This is why you have women who can treat sex so casually now. If you're a man, your early 20s are a time when you start at the bottom, and you need to work to make it to the top by building yourself as a man who's attractive to women. The last thing you should ever want to do on this journey is participate in the rampant hookup culture with women who don't look at you as anything more than an addition to their notch count. This is the advice I give to all men. Resist the temptation to try to have a whole phase of your own, because it will throw you off your tracks like nothing else. Find a woman who values you for yourself and build a lasting relationship on the strong foundation of trust and love. So until the next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Big shout out to Olivia Alexa. This woman, nothing but positive vibes, positive, strong advice. She spit facts. She spits truth. But what the sad part is, 90% of the women will ignore that. They're going to say, oh, she's a pick-me girl. She's a pick-me girl. She's a pick-me-sha. If I heard correctly, though, she's married. So apparently somebody picked her. And any man who's with this woman, especially she's married to this man, that man is blessed. In turn, she is blessed. They are a blessed couple. God bless them. But the reality is, you got this hookup culture where the women say, like, look, I'm a strong, independent woman, make my own money, buy this, that, and third. I don't need a man. Sure you don't. Yeah, you get really lonely at night, and all of a sudden, you go to these clubs and bars, and next thing you know, you got Pookie, Ray Ray, Chad, Tyrell, Tom, Dick, Harry, what have you not. Yeah. And you pretty much train yourself to be single for the rest of your life if you're not careful. Because that's what you've been doing. It's one thing that, you invest like your early youth, trying to find a good man to build something with, not just on the physical, but on the emotional. Do you realize for every man you hook up with, you try a pair bond, and when that don't work, that ability diminishes over time. After so many men, it becomes like you don't feel anything. You come in, it's like you're going through the motion. You see a guy at a bar, he looks hot and all that stuff. He looks like, hot, looks good, smells good, moves good, and all that stuff. Next thing you know, boom. Okay, next person. Then you go look up one day and say, wow, maybe I should get married. Wow, I want to be a mother. You want all these things, but guess what? These things could be accomplished in your early to mid 20s, but you choose to party away. You pretty much party your life away, literally. I had way too many stories where it's like, oh, I'm a career woman. I'll go wait in my 40s. Hate to tell you this, unless you freeze your eggs in your early 20s, you're going to have a hard time getting pregnant. When you hit your 30s, a lot of your eggs are going to be gone. I'm not saying you can't get pregnant in your 40s, but the likelihood is pretty much way lower in your 40s than they are in your 20s. In your 20s, boom. Unless you have a fertility problem, you get pregnant, pretty much immediately in your early to mid 20s. Once you hit your 30s, it's going to be very, very hard because the majority of your eggs are gone. If you hit your 40s, it's even harder, But what do you think? What Olivia Alexa says is golden advice. So what do you think? You think she's on the money right here? I think she is. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Peace.